Step in the ring, no fear, all bite, hands up high. We train for this fight, bell gon' ring, it's war on sight. This is boxing life, this is fight night. Sweat on the floor, we grind, we climb. Every bruise on the body means we're on our time.
Red Corner Boxing. We're in the game.
Yes, guys, welcome to Red Corner Boxing. You're with Jam and Alex the Great, who's joined me. Thank you, Alex, for joining me, mate, here on Red Corner. Just before we get into the fight, which is Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman for the WBC Super Welterweight World title, we are proudly sponsored by EasyStories.com and, of course, BoxingFightZone.com. Check them out at your leisure. The links are in the bio. This is the fight we're all waiting for. This is the one. Can Thurman roll back the years? Is Fundora going to keep doing what he does best? We're about to find out, Alex, aren't we, brother?
Yep, they're touching gloves as we speak.
Honestly, mate, I can't wait for this. I just want to see the one time I remember. The one time I remember from Keith.
It's been a long time since we've seen that version of him, like 5-6 years to be precise.
He just got clapped. Literally, the first shot of the fight was a left hand from Fundora, just rock Thurman on his boots already.
Wow.
That's not a good start. He just looks so big, doesn't he, Fundora? He's so big.
Yeah, Fundora is taller than Moses Atoma. Isn't that crazy?
That's mad, isn't it, to think? It's crazy when you think about it like that.
Yeah.
He's nearly 6'6", and he's 6'5.5".
Yeah. It says he's literally the tallest ever 154-pound champion. He's the tallest super welterweight to ever have that belt.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, mate. Does not surprise me at all.
Look at Thurman's face. He's like, how do I hit this guy?
Well, Brian Mendoza found a way. Let's hope Keith one time Thurman can find another. We're going to find out very soon.
With a volume puncher like Fundora, you're going to have your opportunities to hit him if you're, reflexive, you're on point, and you know his tendencies. But you got to be fast. Like, that's the only way you can do it. You have to be fast enough to hit him.
Yeah, well, he's a very sharp puncher, isn't he? So if you don't get in there quick, you're just not going to get to him.
Unfortunately, yeah, because I have a lot of respect for Fundora because he beat who I thought was going to be the guy at 154. He beat up Tim Tszyu. I thought Tim Tszyu, even if he couldn't go undisputed, I thought he'd get another strap or two before he lost. No, he just got the split decision with the bad cut, bad luck, but then he got bullied and beaten up in the rematch, and it was just hard to watch.
Yeah, he got blown out of the water in that rematch, mate. That was horrible to watch. Honestly, I hated that. I hated watching that because I'm a big Tim Tszyu fan as well. It was tough to watch.
Yeah,
but in that first fight, if it weren't for that elbow, Alex, I think he'd have stopped him. To be fair, I think Tszyu was on the way to stopping him.
Yeah, it's just so much blood. It just drained the. The thing about bleeding like that, especially from the head, it just saps your gas. Like, that's your lifeblood literally pumping out of you, so you just don't got the energy to go.
That's it. And it's the worry of it as well. The worry can put more strain on it than anything else. It's crazy. Yeah. Absolutely, bro. Yeah. So we're coming towards the end of the first round here. Fundora's in complete control. Keith Thurman's not really done a thing yet. He's not even landed a punch, I don't believe.
He landed a body shot, but it was a scuffing one. He's just being stuck at the end of that jab. What he's going to need to try to force the issue of is try to make the taller man fight on the inside, because that's the one big disadvantage of being so tall and so long. If you have to fight on the inside, which surprisingly Fundora likes to do, you're going to get caught by a quicker man's hands.
Absolutely, matey. Yeah, couldn't have said that better, Alex, to be honest. That's the Fundora round, though, for round one, isn't it? I'm assuming you agree.
Yeah, it was clear.
Absolutely. Got Freddie Fundora in the corner, as usual. There's Gabriella as well. Sweet Poison's in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I still think she's a better boxer than Sebastian, to be honest. I really do, mate. I think she'd knock him out, mate. I think Sweet Poison would take him out in a fight.
Yeah. She's the type of sister you get warned about. Like, if you grew up in like a community where there was like a bunch of Irish kids and you were like fighting all the brothers, and then it's like, all right, you beat them up, now you got to fight the sister who's better than all of them.
That's it, mate. Yeah, she comes out as the final boss. You know what I mean? She's the final boss. She comes out, you know you ain't messing with Sweet Poison, man. She's dangerous.
Yeah. Like,
Absolutely.
she's, I think up until recently, she was on a good knockout streak. So hopefully she starts that back up again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she will, mate. She's just so tall and rangy like her brother, but she's got more concussive power in the female game, isn't she?
Yep.
She is something very special.
All right, round two.
Yeah, we're underway, mate. Let's see what Keith can do this time. 18% landed, 17% landed, but Keith only threw 4 total punches through round 2. Bloody
Mm.
hell. One time needs to step it up a lot here, Alex. He really does.
He does, but even when Thurman was in his prime and active, he wasn't the most punch heavy like volume fighter. He was a reflexive counter puncher. When he had you hurt, he would go for it and he'd throw a lot of punches, but he's just not that guy anymore, apparently. Because look at him, he's sticking his hands up like this, trying to try to parry any of the punches instead of trying to slip and rip his way inside.
Yeah, he looks scared to engage. He does.
Oh!
That was a big shot.
He almost got sat down.
He did. He did. I didn't want to say it because I love Keith Thurman. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
I didn't pay £15 to watch him get taken out. Come on, Keith.
Yeah.
And I've already had 3 prediction league fucking predictions wrong today as well, Alex. So
There
I
were
can't
so many
afford another one,
upsets,
bro.
man. Like Heaney lost, like that sucked. But Shaburas, who was like winning every single round, got knocked out by Paul.
Yeah, I had Brad Pauls, though. I actually had Brad Pauls.
I
took Brad
didn't,
Pauls
so
for the
good for
win.
you. You
Brad Pauls
might
is
have
my
just
guy,
sealed
man.
your
I
fate
knew
at
the
the
new
top of
keep
the
on would
league.
deliver.
You might have just sealed your fate at the top of prediction league.
I think I'm already behind you, mate. I think I'm behind you now. I think
Uh,
you're 12. I think if I remember correctly, 12 points ahead of me now. Last time I
oh wow.
checked. Yeah, man, you've been killing it, mate. Honestly, you only came up this season, didn't you, to League One, and you've killed it, mate.
Yeah.
So if I would lose to anyone, Alex, I'm glad it's to you, bro. Honestly,
I
any of the other
appreciate it.
fakers, man, I would have been pissed off. But at least you know your boxes, so I'm happy to lose to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I'm
was,
glad to have revenge over Bobby because he if you don't know, he's a guy in our prediction league. I'm talking to the audience here. And Bobby, we started in League Two together, and Bobby won the whole thing, and I got second, so we both got promoted together.
yep.
And he whooped me by like 60 points. He had like a 60-point lead on me. I couldn't pass him, and I barely beat Trill. Trill was behind me by a literal point.
Yeah, but you smashed it this year, mate. You're in League One. You're doing the business. Even
Yep.
Hawkan can't catch you, mate. And Hawkan's a bloody 2-time champion.
I know, like
He's
when
down
I
in
came
5th or
up,
6th place now.
I know he was a guy I watched. Like I always watched back the prediction league shows when I was in League Two, and I would watch League One to see how you guys were doing. Like he was killing it, and I was afraid of coming up having to deal with him and Bobby, but thankfully he has not been on his game. But every champion has an off night.
That's it, matey. Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back all in their own time.
Yeah,
That's another round for Fundora, though, mate. Nice, 2 easy ones for Fundora. Keith Thurman's
yeah,
not got started here. He's not letting his hands go. He's not getting involved. It's very underwhelming so far from Keith One-Time Thurman.
yeah. And he's going against a southpaw too, and the only southpaw I think Pacquiao was the only southpaw he ever fought, and Pacquiao beat him, but it was a
Yeah,
split decision. So he had something in that fight. It's just with a guy this tall and this long and a southpaw, you can't afford to make mistakes.
that's it, Alex, mate. Exactly. Joshua
Oh.
Heath said that back at Tuma to stop Gassiev. Yeah, he'll beat Gassiev. No problem, mate. Gassiev, mate. Bloody hell. He absolutely destroyed Gassiev, mate. And that's the rumour for his next fight. Because he wanted Hrgovic, but Hrgovic is fighting Dave Allen. But he could fight him afterwards, I suppose. Because he's going to take Dave Allen out in a round or two. But he's a better version of Arslan Makhmadov, isn't he? So it's
Yeah,
just pointless.
yeah. Dave Allen's as tough as an old leather boot when he actually wants to fight. Because he's admitted, in the past, like when he didn't want to be there, he got knocked out and he didn't force himself to get back up. But man, that's a big ask to go against Philip Hrgovic. Thankfully for him, Hrgovic isn't like as big. I would not think Hrgovic hits harder than Makhmadov, but he hits a lot. He hits you a lot more times than Arslanbek does.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. He hits you a lot more, but
Yeah,
probably not as concussive, but he does hit you more.
yeah. That David
Absolutely.
Adelaide fight was a great performance from Hrgovic, even though he got hurt. like in the middle, he was able to come back and reestablish himself late.
Yeah, done the job, mate. He got the win, you know what I mean? That's all you can do. So,
Yeah.
yeah, very impressive.
Yeah.
Same as Fundora is here, Alex. To be honest, Fundora's all up in this now.
Yep.
Big up Bob in the chat. Thurman needs to call it a day. Well, it's looking that way, mate, but give him a chance. We're early doors here.
Yeah.
We're only in the
Early
third
doors.
round, Bob. Chill out, lad. Chill out, lad.
Yeah.
He
Right.
might turn something around. He could land a haymaker. Remember, it's called one time for a reason.
Yeah.
Thurman looks unconvincing. Yeah, he does, matey, so far. He really does.
What he can't afford to do is be forced to go to the Philly shell, because he's so much shorter. Fundora is just going to throw a chopping. Every punch is a chopping right or a chopping left from Fundora, but it really adds to the damage, because the Philly shell is supposed to allow things to roll up and away from you. When a punch is coming down, it's going to sink into you.
Absolutely, mate, yeah. Thurman, what he needs to do is go underneath and try some uppercuts. It worked for Brian Mendoza, you know, just get underneath that long range and just try and throw some uppercuts and just, even if you have to rough him up a bit, you know, just get inside, grip him up if you have to, scratch him, rub your head into him, do something, dirty old man him. He's got to do something here, Thurman, to turn the tide.
Yeah.
Because he's just getting pieced up at the moment. He's not even trying. It's sad to watch Keith Thurman fighting like this.
Yeah. Do you think his strategy is to try to pull Fundora, who does throw a lot of punches, into the late rounds where he's going to be a little bit slower and then try to force the issue then?
It could be. I hope that's what he's doing, because at the moment, it just looks like he's lost in there. So I hope, Alex, that's what he's doing, brother. I really do. I hope that's what he's doing. But to be honest, for me, he just looks bereft of ideas. He looks like he's got no strategy. He's got no fight left in him. He just looks incomplete. I don't like it. That's another round for Fundora. That's 3 rounds to zip. 30-27 after 3.
Yep.
You don't want Fundora taking the lead, because he can literally keep at range and he can ping him up all night long. It's the
Yeah.
last thing he needs. It's the last thing he needs. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping Thurman's going to turn up and start doing some business and start actually having a go. Because if he's not going to have a go at Fundora, what was the point in taking the fight in the first place?
Another paycheck, but
Yeah,
Boxing must have treated him well enough that he could survive not fighting like consistently for 4 years.
Yeah, and I think he's made his money, hasn't he? Let's be truthful. He's made his money.
Yeah.
He lives in a
He was a
nice
world
house.
champion.
He's not struggling, you know.
And he doesn't seem the type to be that big flashy spender where he needs to get a new Rolex every month or so. You know what I mean?
New Lamborghini, new Rolex, new
Yeah.
broad.
He's bought like 1 or 2 good suits, and he's taking care of his family. So
That's what I mean. So, like, fair play to him. I'd hope he'd stick to that. You know, why come back and fight if you don't have to? You know, obviously more money's better than less money, of course, goes without saying. But if you're not going to fight, what's the point, man? And he's not fighting at the moment. This is not the Keith one-time Thurman I remember. When he first burst on the scene, Alex, he was my guy. I was like, this is going to be the next big guy. He got Mr. Neutral in the chat. How's it going, fam? Hope you're having a good night still, bitch. Hope the PEDs are not wearing off. Right, still Fundora absolutely dominating at the moment.
Yeah, he's thrown over 100 punches more than Thurman has.
It's pretty embarrassing to watch, mate. It's so one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good to watch. It's so dominant from Fundora. Thurman just looks bereft of all ideas. He can't get inside.
Yeah.
He just can't do anything at the moment.
He's getting caught at the end of these punches now.
Keep he playing with his food. He'll come on later on, says Mr. Neutral. Well, let's hope so, matey. Let's hope so. Just what he says, Thurman hasn't even tried to punish Fundora when he's leaving himself wide open. That's it, mate. He needs to do something.
He's trying to throw these big winging punches, but all Fundora has to do to avoid them, because he stands at a little bit of an angle, but then he throws. He's a little bit closer. but then he just leans right back out of the way. So unless you force an infight with him, which he's happy to do, he'll just stay at range and just slip and slip because you just can't reach him.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Exactly. That's it. It's not
Thurman
looking
needs.
good for Keith Thurman, mate. To be honest, it's not looking good for Keithy Thurman. It really ain't. I could see him getting stopped here as well. This is going to be 4 straight defeats in a row for me, but I've had a stinker of a week. If Thurman don't turn this around and do something, I've had a stinker of a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to go from top to 6th.
I don't think it'll be that bad.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Bobby and that all took the opposite to me on all 4 fights. So did Chance. So did, I think, Hawkan.
Yeah.
Could be
Okay.
that bad, Alex. It could be that bad for me, mate. You'll be massively ahead. You'll be massive at the top.
We'll see. How did Chance Michaels pick? Because he was the one who was tied with me.
Yeah, I think he's picked the opposite to me in the 4 fights that I'm lost if Keith Thurman loses this.
All right.
So he's going to be right up there with you, mate. He's going to be right up there with you. But I think you'll still be ahead.
All right, man. Thurman, you've done 4 straight rounds of this. You've just circled the ropes and tried to pick off one big shot. It's not working, friend. You got to get on the inside. I know
Yeah,
it's
he
way
needs to get
easier said
working.
than done, and that's why these guys are the fighters and we're not. But his coach needs to be like, hey, listen, I need to light a fire under your ass. You gotta fight. You can't just run around this ring. He's so tall and long. He's gonna catch you eventually. You got to get on the inside. Go to the eye of the storm.
Absolutely, mate. At some point, Keith Thurman's got to put his foot down and just have a go.
Yep.
Because at the minute, he's just getting pieced up. He looks like an old man in there, Alex, doesn't he? He looks like an old man.
Yeah. For I know, super welter is still considered a lighter weight class, but these guys can be, around like 165-ish, come fight night. But, oh, man, that uppercut. But in this lighter weight classes, just 37 is essentially a death sentence.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Mr. Neutral said, when Keithy starts left and right and works out Fundora, watch. So Neutral still believes that Big Keith's going to do this. Or Little Keith, as he is in this fight. Little Keith is still going to do it, says Mr. Neutral.
There was a good right hand.
This isn't the Thurman that was walloping Jarvis. No, it's not. It's not even the Thurman who was walloping kids when he was an amateur. It's not the same guy at all, mate.
No.
Unfortunately, this is not 1 time. This is probably Keith 4 times.
Once upon
I
a
just
time.
hope he can figure this out.
Keith, once upon a time, Thurman.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, Keith, once upon a time, Thurman was the guy.
Yeah.
Like I say, he was one of my favourite fighters, mate, Keith Thurman, but he said, oh, he's going to get stopped here. Has he got a massive bald patch as well on the back of his head?
Well, yeah, considering that his hairline is all the way, up, 3 inches from where it started when he was a young man, it's not surprising.
It's a rough life being a boxer, Alex, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the
It knocks
stress.
your hair off. Knocks your hair off, bro.
Quite literally in the case of Big Baby Miller.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I was just thinking about as well.
Yeah, bold
Right,
cunt.
as you said that, I was just thinking about Baby Miller when he got his hair took off.
Yeah.
It made him a big fighter. He's got a big fight coming up because of that.
Yeah, because he had, for his sake, he had enough wit to play with it, to play it off, and make a whole charade out of it. So at least he could do that when he's not drug cheating.
They've even named the show after it, haven't they? They've named the show after it. It's a DAZN show. I can't remember what they called it now, but it's something like it's hit hair today, gone tomorrow, or something. They've called it, or something stupid like that. Right, you're probably taking the piss out of him, mate.
Oh man,
Thurman's
just taking a beating right now.
Yeah, he's getting licked up, mate. I can't see us letting this go on too much more, Alex. I really can't.
Hopefully it can go on for another 4 rounds.
You got round 7, round 9, sorry.
Yep, I have round 9.
I had 9 for Keithy.
Yeah. What sucks for Thurman is he did have the much better record of the 2 going into this fight.
Of course, yeah, but at welterweight, not super.
I know, but it would have been too much to ask Thurman to try to make that weight again.
Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah, definitely. And there's no one there for, oh, he's getting stopped here, Thurman. He's getting stopped here. He's getting stopped here in 5.
Uh-huh.
Referee's taking a good look.
Yep.
Oh, look at it, the bell goes. You might get your round here, Alex. I think round 9 or 8 might be about right, you know.
Yeah, round 9, yeah. It depends on how much punishment Thurman is willing to take.
He's getting absolutely battered. Look at his head, man. It's all bruised up and that. Look at the state of him. His eyes, man, he's gone. He's been smashed up.
Yeah. Yeah, for a dude as, skinny looking as Fundora is, he hits hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When
He
I
could pop,
did
man. Him and
when
his
I
sister could both pop. I bet they had some great fights in their household back in the day. You know what I mean? Him and Sweet Poison going at it in the living room at Christmas when someone got a better present. You can just imagine it.
Yeah. Is their dad tall too, or is he short?
I've not seen him, to be honest. He's in the corner. He's in the corner, isn't he? He's one of the
Yeah.
corner men. I don't think he's as tall as them two.
No, so
2 midgets had a fucking couple of giants. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Josh Reeves just said, did you guys see the post of Brandon Glanton after the fight of Opataya? Both of his eyes really badly damaged and swollen. Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
He looked
that doesn't
right
surprise
mess.
me. Apataya takes something from all these guys when he fights. He broke the dude beforehand's neck. Before that, he broke an orbital bone. The only one who's broken something to his was Marius Bradis.
Marius
Bradis broke his jaw.
Broke his jaw twice in
Oh.
2 places.
Are they guys? No, they're letting the fight go on. Are they? Yep, they are. Thank goodness. Actually, no,
Yeah,
not
I
thank
can't
goodness.
see this going for much longer, though. Keith is going to get stopped soon. It's just a matter of time. Although Thurman's having a little bit of energetic burst now. He's trying to fight, but he's getting pieced up still.
Yeah, that eye is starting to swell pretty bad under his right eye.
Yeah, I think he knows what's coming. I think the referee knows, the corner knows, everybody knows what's coming here. Keeping one-time Thurman is not what he once was.
He's got to stop leaping in with like gazelle punches and big leaping hooks. That's not going to beat a guy like Fundora.
No, he should have been going to the body earlier, tire him out, and then go up top. Catch him out. Like, if you go to the body every time, he'll start defending the body and then go over the top. That's the only way to beat the Tower Inferno. It really is.
Thurman's busted open.
Yeah, oh my God, his claret is everywhere. Oh, they're going to pull Thurman out for sure at the end of this round if it's not stopped before that.
Look how bad his eyes are swelling.
He's a mess. He's a mess. Keith will start swinging if he's hurt. Yeah, he will, but it's not going to do him much good, brother. Yeah, they've stopped it. They've stopped it.
Yeah.
Referee's pulled Keith Thurman out. He stopped
good.
it.
Man.
Fucking stopped it. Oh, look at the state of his face. You seen that cut, Alex, on his face, bro? My God. Look at his face, man. Fundora cut him up like a razor blade.
Yeah. On the swollen parts, too. That's ugly.
That is fucking fugly, mate. That's fugly, as we call it over here.
Oh, man.
So was that round 5, Alex, or 6? Was that 5? 6. Nice one, mate. Nice one. I got that into it, mate. I forgot to even write the fucking rounds down.
Yeah, I was keeping track throughout, but after the 3rd round, I was like, this is only going one way.
Yeah, that's the dad. See, with the Fundora bandana across his head? That's the dad. Little midget guy. He produced 2 giants.
Yeah. He's the lightweight John Fury. They've come from
that's it, mate. The ultimate male. The ultimate male. No man born from his mother. Oh, my God.
Where's Carl Froch?
Oh, mate, he is the funniest guy on the Tinterweb, isn't he? Oh, my days.
Did you see the fight announcement between Tommy Fury and Eddie Hall?
Yes, man. 134-pound weight difference. You know it's going to be a tippy-tap, though, because they're best friends. You know that, don't you? Tommy Fury, when he's not boxing, he wants to be a world's strongest man. So he's with him all the time. They always work together. They are literally like bosom buddies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is no way will it be a real fight. It will be a tippy-tappy, absolute pansy affair, and it's on the Zone pay-per-view. Yeah. I'm just praying it's not part of my ultimate subscription, because if it is, I might have to cancel and demand a refund. I ain't paying for that shit, mate. You know what I mean? I don't mind the Misfits fights. I'll watch them. I'll cover them. I'm not paying for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's... That was probably the most one-sided fight of Fundora's entire career.
Yep, and the worst of Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman definitely is done now at 37. That's it for Big Keith.
Yeah. You had your one last fight to see if you had anything left. Your time has passed, my friend.
Yeah,
Still a
Bob, you
great
can say
record
anything you
to
like, pal. Anything you like. It's
yeah,
just can I say it now, Drums? You can say whatever you like, mate, sir.
yeah. It
He's
was
going to
still
tell me
a
Keith Thurman should have retired and I got it wrong.
yeah. It's still a great record to retire on. 31 wins, 2 losses, no draws. That's better than most.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, he's got nothing to be ashamed of. He should
Yeah.
be very proud of his career, man. He's done awesome. You know what I mean?
I
Just,
wish we would have seen a little bit more, but he
yeah,
wasn't
needed to be
active.
more active, didn't he, bro? He needed to be more active. He missed out on the best years of his life. The
Yeah.
best years of your life are 32 to 37. And
Yeah.
he waited. He had Brock Jarvis in that 5 year period, just a waste of his best years.
Eh, I know there was like some drama, with the family, but man, that's harsh.
Yeah, it's such a shame to see Keith Thurman go out like that. Broke my heart, this has.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it broke my heart that I've just paid 15 quid to watch half a fight. But we learn, we live, we digress, and we move on. It's boxing. It's what we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we'll wrap this up, Alex, mate. So let's just get this last comment in. Well
Well,
done, Keith. Actively plays to come back older. Yeah. It was never going to happen, Bob, mate. It was never going to happen.
yeah.
Well, that's right. So thank you so much for joining me, Alex, mate. I really do appreciate you here on Red Corner Boxing. That's Alex the Great. You can find him on iBoxing Hub, and you can find him TB Emma
TBE
F1.
MMA F1.
MMA F1, that's it. Yeah, I always think it's Emma for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, you can find him on X and that. So check Alex out, mate. He's a great boxing knowledge man, and he's a real nice guy. So check him out. Before we go,
Appreciate it.
though, we are proudly sponsored by EasyStories.com and Boxing Fight Zone. And we will hope to see you on the next one. We might do a review session tomorrow. So we'll hit you up on that. The link will be in the bio. From me and
Awesome.
Alex the Great, we'll see you soon. Take care, Alex. Thank you, brother.
All right. See you.
Step in the ring, no fear, all bite, hands up high. We train for this fight, bell gon' ring, it's war on sight. This is boxing life, this is fight night. Sweat on the floor, we grind, we climb. Every bruise on the body means we're